Hi, I'm Bob. I'm the military history and firearms expert here at the Frederick Coin Exchange. I thought that I would give you a little background on myself. I have 55 years of experience buying and selling historic Americana. Once a month we provide free verbal appraisals on military history or antique firearms for the public, and we also make good faith offers. I thought I would talk about a couple of items that we have recently purchased today. The first item is called a Carte Visite album. It's an album used to house photographs of personalities. This particular album was gathered together by a Civil War collector and contains photographs of famous Union personalities, Civil War period, as well as Confederate personalities. The first item is a photographic engraving of Abraham Lincoln. The second item in the album is Mary Todd Lincoln. Now, carte visite means literally visiting card. These were cards that you would drop in a tray as you visited a home. They were also used for propaganda purposes, and they were widely collected during the Civil War. The third photograph is very interesting. The third photograph was produced by E.A. Alden in Providence, Rhode Island. It's a photograph of Abraham Lincoln and Mary Todd Lincoln in a very fancy embossed patriotic frame. Now, the purpose of this photograph would have been to promote Abraham Lincoln during the 1864 election. The size of these is approximately 2.5 by 4.5 inches. And as I said earlier, they were widely collected in both the North and the South. This is President Jefferson Davis of the Confederate States of America. You'll note at the right that some of these photographs are out of Matthew Brady's famous photographic studio in Washington, D.C., and some of them were produced in New York from his original negatives by E.T. Anthony. Ulysses Grant, later president. Grant took the surrender of Lee's army at Appomattox Courthouse, Virginia, April 9th, 1865. Robert E. Lee, who surrendered the Army of Northern Virginia, Lieutenant General, Confederate States of America. This album in total contains 30 photographs, 28 of which are of either Civil War generals or famous personalities such as the President and Vice President of the Confederacy. The last two in the album are unknown personalities in uniform, both federal soldiers with an unknown history.